Episode 8, Sacrifice and Choice. Liu Zhifei drives the police car, racing like a bolt of lightning, toward the Jingang Municipal Public Security Bureau. When the car reaches a point 500 meters from the station's perimeter, a heavily fortified barrier appears before him. The barrier is constructed from interlocking anti-riot steel walls and vehicles, resembling an indestructible fortress of iron that blocks the road ahead. Behind the barrier stand rows of fully armed police officers, armed police, and SWAT units. They stand tall with solemn expressions, radiating an awe-inspiring presence. Holding Ma Jianqiu's body in his arms, Liu Zhifei steps out of the car with heavy feet. He gazes at the barrier before him, his eyes filled with resolve. Just as he is about to cross, 3 armed police officers step forward to block him. One of them says in a stern tone,
"Orders from above, no corpses are allowed inside."
Liu Zhifei shouts emotionally,
"This is a police officer who died heroically in the line of duty. I want to see your political commissar."
with a face full of determination. Liu Zhifei shoves the officers aside and continues walking forward without breaking his stride. The 3 officers react instantly, raising their rifles in unison to aim at him. One of them, looking grave, bellows,
"Get back, or we will fire!"
But Liu Zhifei acts as if he heard nothing. With eyes full of fearlessness, he screams at the top of his lungs.
"Go ahead, shoot."
His eyes are bloodshot and filled with grit. He uses every ounce of his strength to heave Ma Jianqiu onto his shoulder, stumbling but determined as he continues to push forward. Bang! A crisp gunshot pierces the tense air. The armed police have fired a warning shot into the sky. At that moment, Tang Jianzhen emerges from behind the barrier. He hurries forward, shouting loudly,
"Don't fire! Let him through! See Liu, I know you're hurting, but the situation is critical. Anyone bitten undergoes a mutation, turning into a savage corpse that attacks anyone on sight."
Weary with grief, Liu Zhifei slowly and carefully lowers the fallen Ma Jianqiu to the ground. He then removes his own jacket and drapes it over the body. Tang Jianzhen stands beside him, his eyes rimmed with red. He slowly removes his police cap and, with trembling hands, gently places it over Ma Jianqiu's face. In a raspy voice, Tang Jianzhen says,
"Jianqiu's sacrifice brings us all deep sorrow. But to protect the lives of the 300,000 citizens in the North District, we have no choice but to do this. Return to the ranks. Jingang City once had 2 million people, but now, perhaps only these 300,000 in the North District are all that's left alive."
Director Thames, how on earth did this happen?
Liu Zhifei asks, with grief and indignation.
Starting last night, emergency calls from all over reported monsters attacking citizens. Once the injured were taken to the hospital, they lost all signs of life very quickly. However, the bodies in the morgue suddenly mutated, rising from their slabs one after another to attack people. The scenes were unbearable to witness. The situation spun out of control as the number of mutated individuals grew. The once bustling city has completely become a living hell, with those mutated living corpses roaming every single street. They are vacant-eyed and shambling, yet they carry a chilling madness. Everywhere they go, they leave nothing but ruin.
Where are the comrades from the Criminal Investigation Division?
They went to the Jingdong community to protect the families. They left half an hour ago."
Liu Zhifei quickly pulls out his phone to call Li Fei, but the receiver only offers a monotonous beep, ... beep ... No one answers. With a furrowed brow, he hurriedly tries to contact other officers, but every call results in a busy signal. A dark sense of foreboding quickly envelops his heart. A flash of resolve crosses Liu Zhifei's eyes. He reaches out and snatches a submachine gun directly from a nearby SWAT officer. He lunges toward a motorcycle, swings his leg over, and cranks the throttle. The bike roars to life and speeds away toward the Jingdong community. 5:08 a.m. The entire Jingdong community seems shrouded in a massive black curtain, with a silence that is bone-chilling. Liu rushes into the stairwell as if his feet were winged. He sees at a glance that his front door is wide open. The interior is pitch black, like a lurking beast's maw ready to swallow him whole. Liu Zhifei grips his submachine gun, his breathing turning rapid. Keeping his back pressed against the hallway wall, he cautiously inches his way into the apartment. He lightens his steps as he moves toward the living room, trying to make no sound at all. Reaching the room, he feels along the wall and flips the switch, instantly illuminating the space. The sight before him makes his blood run cold. Li, Fei, and 2 other officers are slumped on the floor, their throats slashed. The scene is in total shambles. This was done by a human, not bitten by a corpse. He collapses onto the sofa, his mind a tangled mess of thoughts that he cannot begin to unravel. It suddenly dawns on him. Lin Guyan is gone. Has the mastermind behind the outbreak kidnapped her to blackmail him? What kind of sinister conspiracy could be driving such actions? Liu grabs a bottle of liquor and tilts his head back, gulping it down greedily. The pungent alcohol burns its way down his esophagus and churns in his stomach, allowing him to momentarily forget the piercing agony of his fallen comrades. His consciousness blurs, his eyelids growing heavy as he drifts into a restless sleep. In his dream, he sees Lin Jian wearing an apron, preparing breakfast in the kitchen. He turns his head, and a face appears before him amidst Liu Qi's face, now a mangled mess of flesh. There is a horrific gash in her neck, with cold wind whistling through the gap. Then, a bizarre yishi sound squeezes out of Liu Qi's throat. The sound seems to come from hell itself, burrowing into his ears and making his hair stand on end. Liu Zhifei jolts awake. Outside the window, the first light of dawn is breaking. The air raid sirens are howling, as if to tear the pre-dawn silence to shreds. From deep within the city come waves of corpse howls. The sound rushes in like a tide. Every cry feels like a sledgehammer, striking hard against Liu Zhifei's heart. The Jingdong community, once regarded as a safe fortress, has ultimately failed to withstand the onslaught of this catastrophe. It has officially fallen.